Oke, Ega sama Mas Adi ini tak admit ya.
Oke.
Biasa.
Halo Kak Diana.
Hello.
Halo. Welcome Kak Diana. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you today Kak Diana?
Good, not really good. I got the sore throat, but it's okay.
Are you currently in Bali or somewhere Kak Diana?
I'm in Bali right now in my studio.
Okay. Okay, all right. Good morning everyone. Welcome to our all hands session. My name is Ega and I'll be your host today. And Kak Ardi, who helped me moderate today's discussion. We are really excited for today's sharing, and I hope it can be both inspiring and insightful for all of us. Okay, today we're honored to welcome a truly inspiring speaker Niputu Diana Surya. Wait, I start screen. Nah, and a concept architect we found some beautiful snapshot of her work through Instagram. I hope that's okay. And
Thank you for posting the cute picture.
from her CV, we learned that she graduated from Udayana University and has been a member of IAI, Ikatan Arsitek Indonesia since 2013. And I apologize if there are any inaccurate. It was all based on what we could access from the CV And please let us know if that information is correct Kak Diana.
Yeah, that's true. I'm graduate 2010 in Udayana and start to become a member of architect professional in 2013.
Wow. Okay, besides that, Kak Diana has worked on more than 60 architecture project, which is very impressive. Today, we've selected just a few examples to share, but please feel free to tell us more about the ones that mean a lot to you.
You mean in option of this one?
Yeah.
Wow, everything is I like, because if I don't like, I didn't take the project. Maybe not a lot, just because I've become architect for 15 years now. So I start on 2010. So yeah, from this, I like all, but I like the most the one in Selayar, because it's on the remote island, and also the festival in German, because it's very technically need to a lot of collaboration and understanding about all the different way of thinking to doing project, because I use German rule when I do that thing. So, but this year I'm come back to making the Hamburg Messehalle Festival. It's called Pasar Hamburg again on September this year. So I will come back to German to do the things. And in Selayar, it's because it's nothing there. It's an island, no electricity, no people, nothing. So it's very pretty, but it's also so many things need to be challenged, like fix the challenge, because limited source. Yeah.
Good luck for your next project, Kak Diana. And thank you for Diana. Hearing about your journey and portfolio is really inspiring. Okay, now I'd love to ask a few questions that we've prepared in advance based on your experience and your project. The first question is, with your experience designing over 60 projects, especially villas, hotels, and resort. How do you balance clients' demands for budget efficiency with your own principles like sustainability, cultural authenticity, or innovative design?
Um, First of all, we need to understand the business plan. So, especially on the commercial project, like all the hospitality, like you mentioned, villas, hotel, resort, restaurant, cafe. So first thing I need to understand and the client also need to prepare is the business plan. So target market, budget is coming from that. So I can follow budget of architecture. I think it's standard, yeah. The construction cost for the structure is almost exact because cannot do anything with that because it's about safety. But about the system and the architecture, the finishing, we have so many options. So it's depend on your business plan. And how do I fix it with my principal? I think maybe because I'm consistency doing sustainability and cultural authenticity. So they coming to me also because of that reason. So I didn't choose my market, but the market chose me. Um, as you know, like I don't have website for my job. I don't have social media for the job. I have private social media, but I never mention my job there. But yeah, my client is coming from the client mouth. So that's why I need to also to like the project, not only the client like my work, but it's also reverse. So because it's gonna be a long-term relationship of working together. So in this case, in architectural, I need to build the trust and a very good relation. Yeah, maybe I think that's
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a really thoughtful perspective. Yeah, it's good to hear how you stand grounded in your values, while meeting client needs. Okay. Jump into next question ya, Kak Diana. Okay. From your Deserve project, from healing spaces in Ubud to festivals in Germany, what's one project that challenges you most, either technically or emotionally, and what key reason did you carry forward?
well, technically or I have both technically and emotionally in one project.
Oh,
So one day I help a community in Sumba to build a school. So this is my CSR project. So I help for school. The school is in the middle of nowhere in Sumba. It's very pretty also, but no source like the one in Selayar. What is the what is technically challenging is nothing there, and the human source also they are not educated to build the things. So we gather with the people to build together because there is not much budget to pay the contractor. So and emotionally they are really want to help and give so much love in this process, and that put me on the tears that finally all the things what I plan is done. It's called Binundita School. Now it's operate.
hmm. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this was really meaningful. It's interesting how to see each project carries a different set of challenges and how you learn from them. Okay, we jump into last questions. Yeah, as a studio manager on so many projects, how do you lead teams while preserving your own architectural styles and values? Can you share a time you had to say no to protect your design vision?
Mm, I don't know. I never lead. I'm work together here. So it's become one team, no leaders. the title of project manager or studio leaders or things is just the title. But how do I work? Like, it's just like one team here. I have 8 people working with me, including me. So 7 architects and 1 like studio managers in terms of administration and accounting. So first, we don't have a fixed time to work. So I leave to them in terms of the good time for them to work for my team, because sometimes I prefer to set them free than to push them to be in the studio like 9 to 5, but they are pretend to work. So because my job is really different. It's imagination. So my job is people pay me for my imagination and creativity. So I need to be in the good mood if you're working. But how do I manage? Because of course in the project need the schedule and time, exact time and things. We just use target. So you can do whatever as your target is. Uh, you can get your target. And how do I protect my design vision? Sorry. What do you mean about that question?
As our subject is maybe have vision for the design, yeah, and
You mean to say no to the project?
yeah.
Yeah. And so many times I say no to the project. First of all, I'm a small team, like just 8 people, and we cannot take much project at the same time. Maximum is 4 at the same time. And I'm doing the principal design with Click, my partner. So there is 2 principal design, and the other is developing my design. So first of all, the client, if they come, if their schedule is matched, then we can work. Sometimes they cannot wait. So they just coming and can you do this like right now? So of course I will say no. So that's the good thing is like I always have something to do. Maybe my project is not more than other project just because I take care of the project really personal and take it one by one each time. So also say no for so many complicated project with the not legal land, and then like on the green zone, they coming with the plan of the site, but when I check, it's on the green zone, so I didn't take that kind of project, of course. And yeah, as you know, like so many complicated project, sometimes they're just coming for my sign because I'm a legal architect in Bali. So there is foreigner things that already coming with all the design, and they just want approval for the local architect to do the legal thing. So I also not doing that kind of things. Yeah, uh, actually, so many time I say no for the projects. But the good thing is like I never like jobless, you know. I always busy. That thing is coming that to do. Yeah.
Okay, it's a powerful story, ya, Kak Diana. It's not easy to say, but I admire how you stay true to your vision, yeah.
Maybe one more thing because I don't have the marketing tools, like I said, I don't have website and social media for my work. So I really careful to say yes, because once I say yes, it's a commitment for years, because I'm not only selling drawings or design, I'm following until it's done. And it's become the marketing tools, my best marketing, my client and my project. Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. Since we still have some time, does anyone else have a question for Kak Diana? Let's go, guys. Okay, Kak Furkon.
Okay, good morning, Kak Diana. First of all, my name is Furkan, and hoping you that you will get better soon. I would like to ask regarding a question. You earlier mentioned that you have 8 people, yeah, in the team. Okay. Is there any and that is one of the reason that you do not take more projects because you have limited people. So I would like to understand what is your philosophy to actually would like to have like 8 people in your team. Is there like a designated number that you would like to? Oh, I'm comfortable with this, or is there any background, or do you plan? Do you actually have plan to actually scale up to recruit more junior designer or architects?
Okay, thank you, Furkan. Furkan. So is that your name, Furkan?
That's correct, Adina.
Yeah, very unique. Yeah, the number is not like secret number or things like that. So just because I'm measure myself, measure my capability to taking care of the people. They have a salary base, so every month I have expenses. So I don't want the big, because big company is also means big expenses. And for the project, I've been thinking about that, like growing and become big, but it's still stuck on me because I couldn't reverse the design to my staff. Then it's become they playing games in the studio and I'm stressful. So it's no point to grow it. For me, it's not about the quantity. I think because people growing bigger because want more money. So for me, if you can earn money like from one project and compare to other company that need 10 project, so I prefer choose one project, but it's enough for me. So I think it's for the that's the choice of that's why I also have another business because you know what I do now as an architect is my passion. Then if I'm stressed that I need to this one I need to pay this 100 million for my staff, then I'm trying to catch scale up, then I will be stressed and not creative, I think. So that's why also I'm trying to have another business that not attached with me for more money. If you asking like growing in the term of money, but for me as a designer and architect, I don't think I want to grow big. It's just so stressful in my mind to manage like so many people, and I also cannot handle so many design at the same time. So it's gonna be stuck on me. It's just like you coming to the doctor, then the doctor is not available, then the doctor give you the stuff. Do you want? So this is a bit different job, yeah. That the client always want the architect, not the team. Yeah, I think it's because in personal, and yeah, that's my reason. I hope it's answer your question, Furkan.
It is answering my question, Kak Diana. Thank you very much. Back to Ega.
Okay, appreciate your sharing ya Kak Diana. Okay, let's we move to next person ya Kak Tendi. Do you have question?
Okay, hello. Nice to meet you, Miss Diana. How are you? I'm Tandy.
You.
Let me introduce myself. I'm a property manager in Bukit Vista. So I'm managing the property, and I've been work around 8 years in here. So nice to meet you. Can meet the manager studio. Okay, so my question is like this. You said that when the what's called you want the company grow, it's stuck on you, right? And then what do you think like in the future about the sustainability? Is it even if did your team ever said like like want to grow the company, or to make the bigger team or take the bigger project or something, or they just like following you what you doing like that. So because I believe it's people have different ambition, right? So maybe like someone have like, oh, I want more work, and then another, I just stay comfort here, and then like that. So how you manage that, and what is your vision of your company in the future like that?
Okay, thank you, Tandy. First of all, we do take a big project. So we also doing like a huge resort, like hectares and like hundreds of room of hotels. We're also doing a big project, not only in Bali, because we are spread, and high-rise building, things like that. So it's not about like more job you want, because it's too much things to do now in my studio. They even always doing like they want hard extra time, but they manage their time. I don't want them to extra time, but if they want like free on the weekend, so they do extra time, it's up to them. So they manage their time first. We never have like free time in between. So because at the moment we always have waiting list, so it's good. But about like growing to take, I think what you mean is like take more at the same time. Maybe that.
Yes, Miss Diana. Like you can
project
your team to doing in the 2 different project like that.
Yeah, at the moment it's like 4 project at the same time on the same pace, because we have a few paces. But one project have one project architect who taking care of that project, and then but the pace is on the planning is like 3 paces. So 4 at the same pace, that means you can add 12 the duration running project, but not on the same pace, because it's gonna blow my capacity of thinking. So first of all, like, I don't know, growing means bigger quantity or quality. It depends on you what you want. But in my team, we want more quality. More quality means more fee. If sometimes it's not equal, like more project you take and more money you get. No, you can take only one project and more money than people take 100 of projects. So that's my target. And oil gonna come with oil and water with water. That's why we are gathered together, and my team is here like for years. There is no coming and out and in the sort, because architectural industry is so sucks and stressful if you are only catching for like more. Here we are working in creative and freely. So maybe as long as you choose your segment, then you sure about that, then you are patient with that, and you have capability and upgrade yourself more and more, I think it doesn't matter for me. Yeah.
I see. Thank you, Miss Diana.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for the insightful answer. And Kak Diana, thank you so much for your time and your stories. We really appreciate your being here today and sharing so openly. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the session. But if you have other commitments, feel free to leave at any time. Once again, thank you, Kak Diana.
Welcome, sama-sama.
Okay, the next session is with Mr. Jing. Floor is yours.
Okay, listen up, everybody. So Diana is, I think, the real deal, the OG, the brand, and the truth. So what I've been listening to and what I've been hearing is a person that actually has authentic experience, realization, the difference between vanity and actual brand, and brings so much brand value. I think that they don't need a website, right? their work is their website. Their work is their testimony to what they can do. So I think that's actually, yes, Tendi should focus on advocacy. And advocacy will naturally occur when you do a great job. And I think it takes a lot of emotional maturity and experience and perhaps failures in the past that lead somebody to actually make these difficult choices that are not obvious. They're not obvious at all. So it's a real pleasure to have you here. Okay, I'm going to choose a topic to talk about, and I'm going to pivot off of what Diana's talking about earlier, about this idea of growth and why we grow. And I want each of you to kind of think about it in a personal way. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the section over here, right? So oftentimes I feel that people have perhaps an incomplete understanding of what's motivating their own drive to grow, okay? So people have an incomplete understanding of what's motivating their own drive to grow. And I'll be honest, it's not an easy thing to understand yourself. There's complexity in that. But I'll share with everybody a recent insight that I've had. And here's the insight. The insight is you might not be chasing money. You might be chasing something else. You might be chasing respect. Maybe you want people to respect you. Maybe you put in quite a lot of work in doing capturing knowledge, or you put a lot of work in holding your integrity, or you've committed a lot of effort to building the best back-end database known to humankind, okay? And you want to be respected for that. You want people to look at you and go, wow, that is, and quietly appreciate what you do, okay? But this is where it gets a little bit foggy for me. I'll share one of my own confusions, okay? And this is a great segue. You might want to be admired. Maybe that's why you want to grow. Maybe you want people to admire you. Now, here's a fun question for the entire company. Does anybody know the difference between respect and admiration? If you do, then just speak up. If you don't, then check ChatGPT and take the courage to explain to everybody. There's no wrong answers here, of course, right? I'm kind of curious myself. Anybody know? Okay, there's a subtle difference, okay? Now, I'm not going to explain it to you. You can read it on your own. You can ask ChatGPT, okay? I think that's actually a better exercise to start the process of asking what is the difference between these things, okay? And think about that. Think about maybe that's what really motivates you. Maybe that's internal motivation, okay? Now, when we have guests like Diana here, whom I would consider an artist, somebody who is really going and pioneering new culture, creating new ideas, inventing things that haven't been seen before, then I think the underlying motivation needs to come from internally, yeah? It cannot come from people paying you to do things. Because when you accept payment as the chief motivation to do something, then you've bonded yourself to all the evils of money, so they say, right? So it's not money as evil, it's people's, let's say, obsession about money only for the purpose of money. That, I think, leads to what you would call probably indentured servitude, modern day slavery, whatever it is, okay? But it doesn't need to be that way. And it doesn't need to be that way because I think Diana is proof that you can make a choice. You can make a choice over whatever you do. And it could be as simple as cleaning toilets. It could be as simple as changing the sheets on a bed. You can do that because you get paid to do it. You can do that because you get 5-star reviews to do it. Or you can do it because you simply want to make sure that people have a great sleeping experience because they're your guest. That you don't want people to feel disgust when they go into your home and see a pile of shit in the toilet, right? You can do it because of that. That, I think, is a much stronger and much more natural and will guide your motivation better through your journey of growing. And I don't think growth is, I think there's a Chinese saying. There's a Chinese saying my father taught me one time. He said, he was kind of a Taoist. I know that's not an official religion in Indonesia, but he was kind of like a Taoist technologist. But anyways, he would say that water nature is to flow from high to low, and human nature is to flow from low to high. Yeah. So I think it's in all of our natures to want more respect, want more admiration, want more wealth, want more love, want more everything. Okay. But I think the internal process is you just need to think about what is actually motivating you, and then decide if Bukit Vista is the right place where you want to continue that journey. Okay. So people who have actually figured that out, I think, are at peace. They are steady. They don't kabur aja dulu, right? And find themselves in another environment where they still haven't figured anything out, because the problem is actually with yourself, right? The problem actually starts with yourself and it ends with yourself. And if you understand how you think and you understand what motivates you, you will be free. You will truly be free. Okay, hopefully that's some words of wisdom for the team today. And maybe Diana agrees. Okay, that's it. I'm going to pass it to the next speaker. Thank you for the time.
Okay, now I'll hand it over to Kak Ardi as our moderator to continue the rest of the agenda. Over to you, Kak Ardi.
Okay, thank you, Ega. Okay, next we move to vision. We move to hospitality and revenue target that will be bring to Kak Hafiz. Kak Hafiz, stage is yours.
Hello, okay. Good morning, everyone. So please go back to the first slide. Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. I hope you have a good health and good spirit today for working, yeah. And so this is our new property on board, which is called Kahuna. So Kahuna just on board like a few days ago and launched a few days ago as well. And this property already get a booking. Okay, please go to the next slide. Okay, this is our semester 7 target. The revenue target is 4.2 million. Hospitality target is 85% 5-star ratings, and brand target partner stability is 255,000 US dollar. Okay, please go to the next slide. Okay, this is the hospitality target achievement from this semester. For the first metric, accuracy got a decrease by 0.1% compared to the last week. Next. Check-in, we got the stagnant metrics from the last week. Next. Cleanliness got a stagnant progress as well from the last week. Next. Communication, we got a decrease by 0.2% this week. Next. Location got a decrease by 0.3%. Next. Value, we got a decrease by 0.2%. So this is the overall rating that we achieved this week for this semester. So we lack of 1.1% to achieve the target. So we have a few more months, I think, to achieve this. So we could put together to achieve the overall rating. Next. So this is the sample reviews that we got this week. So we got some bad reviews coming from Selayar Perawan, Niti Villa, Nata Guest House. Next. And coming from Temaja, Kami Sama, and Plumeria Cina. Next. So this is the the overview of the bad reviews we got last week. So we got several issues coming from accuracy, check-in, communication, cleanliness, location, and value that you can read it on this slide. So thank you for your attention. I will pass it to the next speaker, which is Furqan. Furqan, floor is yours.
Okay, everyone, good morning. Thank you very much, Mas Hafiz. I will be continuing to report the revenue target achievement and also the brand target. And let's moving forward into the revenue achievement. So by this week, we are hitting 2.3 million USD milestones, which means we are still having 1.8 million USD left with around 2.5 months to the progression for the achievements of the completion of the semester. So we still have time indeed, but yeah, we need to pay attention really closely to the revenue to ensure that we all get the semester bonus that is promised. Next slide, please. Onto the partner stability target achievement or brand target achievement. Good news still, there is no updates from the previous reports. So it means there is no offboarding that is counted as the churn budget. However, there are several properties that we need to be taken a closer look at. For example, like Bu Ane, which is the Hatala Villa owner, has the misunderstanding regarding the business plan readings that we need to be carefully take a look at that to ensure that is not counted as the offboarding and also counted as churn. So that is my update. Thank you very much. Going back to you, the moderator, Kardi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkon. Okay, for the next session, we move to company team target and achievement that will be delivered by Kak Furkon. Kak Furkon, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Kardi. Closing the second week of July and also beginning to the third. This is our performance so far this month. Our revenue target currently progressing at 82% from the target, and for the 5-star percentage, it is a bit bump up by 0.9% compared to last week. Currently at 95% of the progression to achieve the target. Our brand target still remain intact. Very good, and this for the starting revenue target for the August, there is a bump up around 50 or 58,000 USD compared to last week, accounting 60% of the progress to achieve the bonus boost target. So what are our opportunities for July? In July, we managed to have 59% occupancy, 8% expired dates. However, for the maintenance and also owner research, there is no increase compared to last week. So we have still around 26% that's available to sell to achieve our revenue target. So that's a brief information. Thank you very much, Kardi. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much again, Kak Furkon, for the information of the revenue target. And next, we move to weekly mission inspiration that will be delivered first for Bukit Vista. Mission is to inspire delight through hospitality, innovation that positively transform our partners by Kak Nadia. Kak Nadia, floor is yours. Yeah, Kak Nadia.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, Kak.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is me or Kak Nadia? No, voice.
I can hear Kardi voice fine.
Okay.
Okay, let me read for Nadia. Yeah. So the innovation yesterday by Nadia is property partners. Don't close it.
Okay, Kak Ega, can show the text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Property partners interview by Villa Luminosa. So we just uploaded a new video on the BBR featuring partner interview. This time we spoke with the owner Villa Luminosa, Bu Yanti, and Pak Christian. We believe this will have a valuable insight through our community. And right after we publish this video, we might have a chance to distribute this knowledge into perhaps a newsletter, to the article to inspire another partners in our community. Back to you, Ardi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Gani, for behalf Kak Nadia and Kak Nadia. Okay, next to Kak Jason, floor is yours.
Okay, can you hear my voice, Kari?
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. So this is about the Budi email marketing automation. And last week, under Mas Dani's guidance, me and Reza, we team up and to launch the first iteration of the Budi email marketing automation. And I curated and wrote sets of articles that we are going to send to different investor stages. And Reza implemented the end-to-end workflow in N8N. And yesterday was our first iteration. And the first iteration taps into HubSpot's buyer or investor cohorts at first to identify the contacts who have been reading our blogs but have not been yet, either haven't been contacted yet or it's been contacted, but there are no more approach after. And this kind of become a problem because we've seen that some of our leads are actually can be converted into warm leads and they're still in cold leads, but we have no approach to them. And by using the Budi email marketing automation, we kind of create an automation that can approach this kind of leads and perhaps turning them into from cold leads into the warm leads. And yesterday, the initial target was to targeted 5 warm leads, and this kind of laying the groundwork to scale outreach and turn the passive leads into an engage prospect. Okay, this is still on the first iteration. We might need to have some improvement after. Yeah. Thank you. Back to you, Kardi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Jason, and thank you for improvement at Budi email marketing automation. Okay, next move to our next. Bukit Vista mission is to inspire delight through hospitality innovation that positively transform our employee by Kak Rama. Kak Rama, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kardi. For this one, I would like to announce the shift leaderboard streak because as we have updated the policy for the current shift leaderboard, we have started seeing changes in shift compliance. Yeah, and congratulations everyone for your 13 clean streak and counting. We wish without any punishment on shift management. And though this month is still not 100% clean, we are halfway improving, and let's keep this streak for the rest of the month. And now we have also started funnier meme culture for shift announcement, and we also have planned for the third iteration when there is any team passing the level 2 to the level 3. So there are more exciting rewards ahead. So yeah, Ega, you could open the attachment, and back to you, Kak Ardi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Rama, and yeah, we need more reward maybe for the next iteration. Okay, to keep the spirit. Okay, next we move to the core value recognition. Kak Ega, okay. Core value recognition first will be delivered by Kak Gani. Kak Gani, floor is yours.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ardi. Good morning, everyone. So I'd like to recognize Dea for her contribution in daily to rise the challenge. She consistently report please open. She consistently show concern for the progress of our conversation with each prospects by providing reminders and escalating important issue to senior members. Even I take a look, one of them are pretty low hanging fruit. It just need to reminder to sign MOU, so they are come into right time to give us a reminder. So good work there. I hope this become a good spirit spread it to another team. So if you guys notice a opportunity, low hanging fruit, a short, what's called a short step toward our goal, just bring it up. Right? We have free speak to everyone. So if you guys notice an opportunity, just report to your leaders. Thank you there. Good work. Back to Ardi.
Okay, next we move to Kak Ega. Kak Ega, floor is yours.
Okay, I'd like to recognize Kofidi as someone who's been too focused on the front end side, that is mobile side, Bivigo. Yeah, I often miss important aspect of the back end when creating a development plan for a new feature. Last week, Kofidi was incredibly helpful in coaching me on how to structure a more complete and effective development plan. It's really helped me aim for better result with fewer bugs. Thank you for sharing this best practice. Hopefully in the future, I can move faster and achieve more optimal outcomes during future development. Okay, back to you, Ardi.
Okay, thank you for Kak Ega and Kak Gani for sharing. The next come from Mr. Jing. Yeah, Mr. Jing, floor is yours.
Yes, it just occurred to me, and this is pretty broad. It just occurred to me that every morning when we have a strategic meeting, our newly minted chief strategy officer, Bayu, steps on my toes. And I don't know if you guys, I think it filters down. Because Bayu stepping on toes, he's stopping bad decisions from reaching everybody. And bad decisions reaching everybody affects everybody's life in a negative way. So I think he's actually taking the correct approach in making sure to protect, let's say, everybody's work, make sure that it's valuable. So I thought about that, and it's actually really strategic, and it's actually very valuable. I think ideas need to have enhancement, especially if they come from, let's say, a very strategic level, and they need to be corrected. Otherwise, it's going to be toxic across the entire company. So thank you for Bayu for doing that. Okay. Anyways, that was my sudden inspiration for core value recognition.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing, for the sharing. Okay, because we have more times, yeah, right, Karama, we can move to personal updates. Yeah, for personal updates, we only everybody can read about the question of the week and share the insight. Okay, for the question of the week is, when you learn something new at work, what the first thing you usually do? Okay, for the first, come from Karama. Karama, that is yours.
Thank you, Kardi. So for me, myself, I tend to seek guidance. I love discussions. So whether it is by observing first, asking questions, refer to a document reading, I always need someone to discuss beforehand starting any new responsibilities. Back at you, Kardi.
Okay, thank you, Karama. Next, to Kak Furkon.
Okay, for me, depends of my capabilities in observing the learning itself. If I understand and also agree, I would directly implement it. And if I do not understand and also, or disagree, I will seeking guidance as what Rama mentioned. Thank you, Kardi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkon. Next, Mr. Jing.
Yep. I just try it out and see what the reaction is going to be from our users.
Okay, move to Kak Ega.
Okay, the first one is maybe start by reviewing the existing documentation and follow up with someone knowledgeable if the new task is still unclear.
Okay, move to Kak Titan. Halo, Kak Titan.
Yep. Halo. Cek.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, Kak. Please read the QOTW.
Yep. For me, when I learn something new at work, the first thing I usually do is learn the existing workflow from the experienced team member who used handle that work before, and also read the documentation if possible.
Okay. Next to Kak Vidi.
I would ask as many questions as possible to different users, so it's not a single source, and then validate the information myself.
Okay. The next is from me. When I learn something new at work, I first test my understanding by applying it, and then experiment with the variation, connect with the other concept, and look a way to use it in my projects or in the productivity. Okay. Next to Kak Yosef.
Okay, I starting by asking question, validating them myself, and finding related information.
Okay, thank you. Next to Kak Gani.
I usually self-dialogue, asking question by myself.
Yeah, unique answer. Okay, next move to Kak Reza.
Okay, so for me, the first one that I will do is searching for documentation. Thank you.
Next to Kak Jason. Thank you, Kak Reza.
Yeah, for me, I'd like to spend like some time to, or at least like redo it to understand how to find the most okay workflow, perhaps the more efficient, but at least from the second iteration is to find, at least I'm doing it the correct way.
Okay, thank you, Kak Jason. Next to Kak Hafiz.
Okay, thank you. So the first thing that I will do usually just asking how to do or to apply the thing that I learned.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Kak Hafiz. Next to Kak Agus.
Okay, for me is looking for how to do it or looking for some examples of the password.
Okay. Thank you, Kak Agus. Next to Kak Nadia.
For me, I hope my audio is clear. For me, it's like when I learn something new, I first check if there's any existing guideline to follow, and I'll ask for a discussion. Also, ask for ChatGPT. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Nadia. Okay, next to Kak Fasya.
For me, I would like to document any new knowledge so that way I could either reflect on it or see if I can apply it later down the line.
Okay. Next to Kak Pandu. Thank you, Kak Fasya.
Depends on the new thing. If it's either I get it myself or from others. If it's big enough, I will document it. If it's not that valuable, I might just ignore.
Okay, thank you for the sharing, Kak Pandu. Next to Kak Gray.
Try it first. Ask someone else if still uncertain, and if it's valuable, inform them about the knowledge.
Thank you, Kak Gray. Next to Kak David.
For me, I'll schedule it to try it myself later.
Okay, thank you, Kak David. Next to Kak Lutfi.
Carefully take a note of it to make sure I don't forget, and then discuss it with someone knowledgeable.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lutfi. Next to Kak Tendi.
Okay, understanding, implement, and evaluate, then propose to improve the better version with more efficient and effective.
Okay, thank you, Kak Tendi. Move to Kak Ayla.
Yes. Definitely cross-check for any potential drawbacks. If it's entirely new ground for us, then I'd love to give it a try.
Okay, thank you, Kak Ayla. The last is Kak Bella. Kak Bella, floor is yours.
Thank you. First, I will validate whether it's good learning or not good learning. And second is to find another perspective while see the other next step for new learning again after this. Thank you, Rama. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Bella. Okay, for the last is the announcements, but there's no announcements today. So for this all hands meeting, I will give back to the host. Oh, is something from Mr. Jing?
Sure. I'll wait for the host, and then we can do Ask Me Anything. How about that?
Okay, back to the host. Back to the Kaiga.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's all hands session, yeah. And thank you for everyone for joining. And let's keep up supporting each other to just like the whole thing.
Use the time I get to do Ask Me Anything. I think it's a good opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, if someone else want to asking Mr. Jing or ask anything.
Oh yeah, Kak Furkan.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Let's. I can't see everyone's face, so if you could stop sharing the screen, that would be really helpful, and then we can kind of look at our beautiful company. Yeah. Okay. Furkan, go ahead. Ask me anything.
Okay, sirs. My question is, when do you know when you should break the rules and follow the rules?
Oh. Oh, that's an excellent question. Excellent question. Okay. Everyone hear that?
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, ask the question again. I want everyone to hear that. That's a very good question. That's an excellent question. Okay, go ahead.
When do you know when you should break the rules and follow the rules?
Okay, so when should you break the rules? When should you follow the rules? Okay. Excellent question. That's the highest quality question I've heard in a very long time. Very long time. Okay. Okay. Wow. I have to compress a lot of experience to be able to answer that. Maybe I'll answer that by telling a story. Yeah. Maybe this is the best way to answer the question. So when I was, so I don't know if you guys know, but I almost gave up. I almost gave up on Indonesia, or maybe Indonesia gave up on me. I'm not sure which happened first. So right about, I think this is around 2009 was like the 5th year that I was living in Indonesia. I wanted to give up. I was like, the fuck this shit. This place just is not for me. So I was fortunate. I was very fortunate. I found a mentor. I found a really good mentor who basically spent a lot of time with me and showed me how things worked at a higher level. So I learned a ton. I thought things should be done from an execution point of view, but he showed me how things should be done from a management leadership point of view. And no longer did I see Indonesia and the environment I was in as a problem. I saw it as an opportunity. So I studied under, his name was Ron Lavoie. So I studied under Ron Lavoie for probably 5 years, actually. He had that much to teach me, okay? And then one day, I realized that I wasn't really learning anything anymore. And if I really wanted to learn more, I would have to do this myself. So I'd have to break the rules. So Wayana and I all of a sudden started making a ton of money on our side hustle, which was renting out properties. And my actual job was I was a design project manager for Aman Resorts. And Aman, if you guys don't know, is like working at Apple for hospitality. It's like the top level job you could ever hope for, okay, in hospitality. So I was one level away from Adrian Zecca, the founder of Aman, because my boss knew Adrian direct, and my boss would invite Adrian to his home for dinner meetings, of which I attended to. So that was an incredible honor. It was incredible respect. And I admired Adrian, I admired Ron. But I realized at a certain point, I wasn't going to learn anything more. And Ron realized that too. And so this is where I actually resigned. I didn't get fired, right? So I broke the rules. I left that system and I went to do my own thing. And quickly I learned that there's a lot of new rules in entrepreneurship. And Ron had warned me. Ron said, when you live by the sword, Jing, you will die by the sword. And sure enough, 6 months later, I died. Right, babe? We completely failed. Yeah. We completely failed. And we lost a ton of money. And we lost our entire employees. We lost everything, okay? And then I went back to Ron again. And I asked him, what did I do wrong? Where did I screw up? And he mentored me again, which I thought was really generous because I literally resigned from working in his company, leaving him in a crisis because he didn't have a suitable successor to my role. So I think the time to break rules is a really good question for Khan, because every student has to know when they become the master, and every master needs to also understand when they should be a student again. So after I've seen Ron's progression, I try to do this now. I try not to assume I'm the master of new domains. I'm not a master of TikTok. I'm not the master of YouTube. I'm a student of YouTube. I'm a student of understanding how Gen Z works. I'm a student of understanding how new technologies like Flutter, like NAN, and I want to remain a student for these things. So it's three pathways. I think you need to know when to follow rules, when to break rules, and when to, I guess that's a continuous process, Rakan. It's a continuous process. You have to know that when you're not good at anything, maybe you should follow somebody else's rules. And when you are good at it, and you can totally see, why is everyone so dumb? Why can't they see what I obviously understand? And then it's time for you to lead, okay? And our culture here at Bukit Vista makes it very, very available for anybody who thinks they might know to step up and lead. Step up and lead. Because I think the proof is in the results. The proof is in the results. If you get the results and you're able to show everyone here that we had just been living under an illusion, a myth for a long time, then you're a hero. You deserve respect and admiration for that, because maybe there was a rule that didn't need to be here, but it was just there for no good reason. I hope that's a complete answer. Yeah, that's the best answer I can imagine. Okay, so every student will need to be a master, and you'll need to know when that moment comes. And it's a very revolutionary identity crisis, because you're ready to upgrade. And I think a lot of the system, okay, that is outside of entrepreneurship, I think they steal the opportunity from you to have that self process. They steal the opportunity away from you. What do I mean? They call it a promotion or some other thing, right? But I think real promotions, and this is speaking from the heart, right? We have promotions here, of course. We have structure, of course, because people need it. But real promotions come from within. Real promotions come from when you know you're probably the best, and you start seeing that nobody else really understands, or you can't reason with them. So the only way to actually get your idea out there is to break the rules, okay? And that's when you know you're a founder. If you feel like you can break all the rules, then you probably are a founder. And I secretly am waiting for everybody to be a founder here, okay? I love you guys as employees, okay? That's fine. Yeah, somewhat true, Pandu, okay? But not too much on one end, otherwise you fall off, okay? But I would secretly love all of you guys to be founders. Really, I would. That would be my greatest legacy to Indonesia. If all of you founded billion-dollar companies and were able to be extremely successful doing something, pursuing your own ideas, then you probably would go back and say, well, maybe Jing had something to do with it, yeah? Okay, yeah, that's it.
Thank you, sir, for the answer.
Sure. Really difficult question. Okay. Okay, we're over time, so we need to close. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. And don't forget to fill the personal update by end of the day. And have a good day, and see you next time.
All right. See you guys.